this happens in a lot of topics whenever we're talking about other people's relationships and stuff. But it gets a little bit irritating. But I see this from men and women, but I want to talk to the women on this one.
Hmm?
It gets super irritating when you could clearly see the triggered nature of women that are responding. Like you could tell that the type of dudes that you got with were narcissistic or arrogant or full of ego and all this stuff.
Trash.
And the level of projection
Yeah.
that happens or that at least
Yeah.
comes forth is very disgusting. It's very distasteful. I hate the projection that a lot of women push on guys just because they see something. Okay, let's say you're 100% right that he has a big ego or whatever or things like that. Let's say that he is in, at least in this context of this interview, is not coming across as deferential to who she is and how amazing she is, and it's not coming across well in there, and it comes off like he's dismissive of how great she is. Okay, he's not kissing her butt. Got it. Okay. But for you to project on their entire nature of their relationship without knowing any detail,
Yeah.
and I think you told me she even may have chimed in and was like, y'all just want me to be insecure.
She did.
So
she posted
bad.
that, yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I don't get why people would take these things and immediately, like, you're throwing up red flags. These aren't red flags.
It's not red.
And then that's the other thing I was thinking about is he's not, like, he's a young guy. We're talking about guys in their 20s. I think he might be mid-20s, maybe mid going on 8, late 20s. He's probably 26, 27, if I had to guess, at the oldest. It's a young people that we're talking about. And we're talking about a young athlete, young millionaire. So it's like, there is a lot to be said for somebody who is still growing, who I don't know how much spotlight he gets in the media. I think he's a pretty good player, but it's like, I don't know how often he's getting interviewed. He's not in that room without Simone Biles. And I know that he has to know that that's the only reason why they bring him in there. Yeah, he was an undrafted player that became a starter. So we know that he has this chip on his shoulder. We know that he's all about hard work and all of that stuff. But at the same time, it's like he has to know that she's the reason why. But maybe he isn't doing a good job of communicating. And I just find that people on the internet have a hard time. They just want to jump out of the window and speak so negatively on everybody else's relationship and stuff. I heard people, and this is the foolishness of it. I heard people comparing their relationship to Kiki and Darius, who weren't even married. like these people are married. They got together, tied the knot, and then they had a ceremony after the fact, not that long ago. So they're newly wed. Like they haven't been together even a full year, and you're already talking about them
comparing how
compared to a relationship that was completely different, that included abuse, that included all these different things. Like, no, I don't see those same people talking about how Simone Biles has helped him with his mental health and things like that, having more awareness of these things, which is amazing for a football player, knowing the mental health struggles football players have. So it's just unfortunate, but it's the reality we have with social media. But we're not going to be the platform. We can look at things objectively. We can say there's things to critique about him. There's things that some people got right about it. Like, there are some things I'm like, yeah, that doesn't come across well. But we're not going to just trash him just for the sake of trashing him because we had bad things. And that's why we push healthy relationship advice, because we get tired of hearing toxic people who are triggered. Remember the Wendy Williams when she was speaking about Tabitha Brown and her husband, and how she projected how she failed
said, been
marriage.
there, done that. Girl, this ain't your relationship.
You notice how people will project their bad relationship or their marriage failing into something just because they see even just a hint of similarity, even if it's not even close. Even though we're talking about two completely different individuals, people love to project their heartbreak and hurt onto other people. And there's a difference between you saying, hey, I had a person that showed me similar signs, and I'm not saying yours is that person, but I would be concerned. It would concern me. And the lack of self-awareness a lot of these people have is like, hey, I might be more triggered easily to this because I went through this, so I could be wrong. But man, I watch out for people that do these different things. And that's a completely different posture than just automatically saying that. And I just listened to the tone of this, and that's why we wanted to play the clip, because I didn't get an arrogant tone from him, but I think what he said could have been worded in a way that, like you said, and I loved it, and put him on even playing field. They put Jonathan Owens and Simone Biles as a team, and I think that was where he came up short.
Yep, and we wish the best for them, of course.
Yep, so we love to know your thoughts. If you're also among those that are triggered, I'm not gonna say I don't want to know your thoughts, but just take a moment to make sure you look at yourself in the mirror before you comment on this, and make sure that you're not projecting your negative experiences. But hey, we still want your comments, so leave a comment below and let us know what you think.